Happy Easter! We can finally say that. After a long Lent, we can finally say Happy Easter because Jesus is alive. Now, I have a song that I'd like you to try to learn, maybe with your moms and dads. I'll send a picture of it to you. Well, we're going to sing it together. Now, there's a word we have not been saying in church since before Ash Wednesday, and that word is Alleluia. I don't know if you realize that, but we have not said that at all in Mass. So this is a song. It goes to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Joy, joy everywhere, Jesus is alive. Let's all sing, Alleluia, Jesus is alive. So I can send that to you so you can learn that. Let's do the calendar. So 2 days ago it was Easter Sunday, and I hope you got to see Mass on your TVs or on your computers. It's still April. We have not been together since Friday the 10th. So let's see, after the 10 comes 11. I have to get my pins out and stick them on there. So Saturday was 11. Easter Sunday with Jesus here was 12. Let's see if you can hold my 12. After the 12 comes what? 10, 11, 12, 13. And today is what? April 14th. Let's stick that one in there. And today is Tuesday. If you look at the 14 and just slide your finger up, it reads Tuesday. So let's read the date together. Today is Tuesday, April 14. Today is Tuesday. And the weather is much cooler than it was last week. It's a little sunny and it's very chilly outside, so the weather has changed. I'm going to read a couple stories from our Bible and then we'll do some art together. The name of this story is Could It Be True? It was the first day of the week. The sun was coming up. Mary Magdalene and the other women went to Jesus' tomb. They were carrying sweet-smelling spices to place around Jesus' body. How will we get into the tomb? Asked one woman. Who will roll the stone away? But when the women got there, the stone was already rolled away. An angel of God had done it. The women walked into the tomb. Jesus' body was gone. Mary ran to tell Peter and John. Then two angels came to the other women and they said, Don't be afraid. You are looking for Jesus, but he is not here. He has risen. The women hurried away to go tell the disciples. After the women were gone, Peter and John came running. The tomb was empty, just as Mary had said. Then John believed that Jesus was alive. But Peter still wondered. Mary Magdalene went back to the empty tomb. She was crying. What had happened to Jesus? But she heard a voice say, Why are you crying? Mary thought it was the gardener. Then Mary heard her name. The one talking to her was Jesus. Teacher, cried Mary. And then she ran to tell the disciples that she had seen the Lord. Those other two women, on their way to tell the disciples what the angel had said, suddenly they met Jesus. Don't be afraid, he told them. Go and tell my disciples to go to Galilee. They will see me there. The women hurried to find the disciples. That evening, all the disciples, except Thomas, were together in a locked room. Suddenly, Jesus was with them. "Peace be with you," said Jesus. And the disciples were filled with joy. And then a week later, Thomas saw Jesus too. And he said, "My Lord and my God." I got to see a couple of you on Friday when I dropped off a package at your house, so that was fun. And in your package, I hope you didn't touch anything yet. In your package was an egg shape, and it has some words on it. It says, "Jesus lives." Now you remember that an egg is a sign of new life, and Jesus came back to life. So your job is to cut the egg out. Make sure you stay on that dark line. I also want you to trace the letters that say Jesus lives. What letter does Jesus start with? The J. Jesus lives. Do you remember what that funny mark is at the end? Some of you know that's an exclamation point. And we're excited we put an exclamation point. Jesus lives. And then I have a couple of ways that you could color your egg. Now, one way, I bet some of you got some bubbles for Easter, or maybe you just have some bubbles in your house. So I have some bubbles here. Now, don't do this without Mom and Dad's permission, but you're going to put some bubbles in a couple bowls, and then you could even add a little bit of water, and I put food coloring in. I put blue and purple, blue here, purple here, and I'm going to blow bubbles. Now the trick is to keep your straw in there, and you have to be careful not to suck it like you would out of a drink, because then you're going to have bubbles in your mouth. And you're going to blow bubbles very gently. And when the bubbles are up over your, whoops, my bubbles went away. When the bubbles come up over the edge of your paper, you can lay your paper on top of it. And I try not to push it in. Oh, then you're going to get some bubbles on your paper. I'm going to try that one more time. It worked. Now I'm going to do a little purple. But don't push your paper into the wet bubbles. And you have to blow very gently. I can tell I have bubble spots on my face. And I got some purple there too. So that's one way you can color your egg. The other way, now we did this with our leaves back in the fall. Remember this stuff? Shaving cream. So you can put shaving cream on your egg. And again, you're going to have to use some food coloring. Little drips, so make sure you have Mom and Dad there to help you. I'm going to use pink. These are the only colors of food coloring I have. So I'm going to use pink, purple, and blue. And then I'm going to take the tip of my pen and I'm going to swirl it around. Any way you want to do it. Okay, I'm going to make some stripes going down. And then you have to take a straight edge. I have a squeegee. This is for cleaning windows. I'm going to get some around the edges of my egg. And then you take your squeegee and you pull the shaving cream off. And you have a cool design on your egg. I'm going to put my shaving cream back on. And I'm going to try and get some more color on there. Smear it all around. You could use a spoon. A spoon would probably be better. Use the back of a teaspoon. Here I go again. And it makes really cool colors, swirly colors on your egg. Okay, let's try our song again. Now remember, don't use the food coloring unless you ask Mom and Dad. Joy, joy everywhere, Jesus is alive. Let's all sing, Alleluia, Jesus is alive. Now next time, maybe tomorrow, we're going to do some experiments in science with peeps. I don't know if you have peeps in your house, but if you have some and if you have different colors, don't eat them yet. Until I see you next time.